Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo. I will always thank my national leader, my personal leader, our national leader, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Jagaban of the whole Africa. What I'm trying to say is that they recognize us in this party, our All Progressive Congress. In other parties in the whole world, they don't recognize physically challenged people. They don't think say we are dummy. They don't think say we are half-head. They don't think say we have brain. Me, as you are seeing me, I'm a banker. I studied banking from Lagos State Polytechnic. And then many others, my friends, they study also like that. They think that we cannot perform. I used to say, when my sister was a journalist to come and interview me, I said, what tall people can do, short people can do more better. I thank our people that they recognize me as APC member. And I'm giving the president the assurance, as me, as Honorable Israel Oluwadijibo Makiode Ocha, for Lagos State as a state special physically challenged leader of Lagos State. I'm promising that all the physically challenged people in my local government, in my state, will voted for him. And we are more than 28 million in our various local governments. Secondly, I want to thank my Excellency, our Oga Akinwumi Ambode. He has done everything in our life concerning our physically challenged. He empowers us, and I want the other governors to emulate it. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you.
iPhone 1, iPhone 2, iPhone 3, iPhone 4.
It's now the turn of the National Assembly members. To speak for the National Assembly, the 8th National Assembly, it's my pleasure and privilege to call on the Deputy Speaker of the 8th House of Representatives, Honorable Yusuf Suleiman Lasun, and the Senate Leader of the 8th Senate, Senator Ahmad Lawan, to come together. Honorable Lasun will speak first, followed by Senator Ahmad Lawan. It is the turn of the 8th National Assembly. Please, Quam 1, give us some good music as they come. Quam 1.
Mo kí ẹ Ọlásùnkàn mi. Mo kí ẹ Ọlásùnkàn mi. Lásùnkàn mi. Ọlásùnkàn mi. Lásùnkàn mi. Ọlásùnkàn mi. Lásùn mo kí ẹ.
Your Excellency, the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Muhammadu Buhari, Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, Your Excellency, the chairman of our great party, Comrade Adams Oshiomhole, through these three important personalities, I greet all party members, leaders who are gathered here tonight to mark another great occasion in the life of our party. We are here to once again re-elect, which we have done and it has been affirmed, President Muhammadu Buhari as the candidate of our party for 2019 election. You will recall that on December 5, 1998, we had the chairmanship election throughout the federation, and that marked the first in the process of in the last 20 years of our democratic experience. Again, you will recall too that on January 9, 1999, we had the governorship election. The implication of what I've just said is that children born around that region by 2019 are qualified to go to vote. And the implication of it again is that the democratic space has been expanded because amongst these children, you find very highly educated Nigerians who are accustomed to the use of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and the rest of the social media. And that is why politics today is highly criticized, and one must be up and doing. But I'm happy that President Muhammadu Buhari in the last 3.5 years have stood on a firm ground, and you have made us proud, and that is why we are convinced that by 2019 February, you are going to be re-elected for another 4 years. And I'm convinced, and other members are convinced too, that you are going to do us proud by continuing to execute those programs we have set forth. Tonight again, let me say this, that one of the beauties of the last 3.5 years is that President Muhammadu Buhari has brought sanity into governance. And today, the fear of Buhari is the fear of everything that is known as anti-corruption. Finally, I want to use this opportunity to tell Nigerians that those of us in the legislature, we have traveled far and wide, and I want to assure you that the National Assembly of Nigeria is one of the most developed all over the world. We have interacted with other legislators of the world. How do I mean? Please let us find a way of strengthening the National Assembly, because what defines democracy itself is the legislative arm of government. Once that arm of government is weakened, it is likely that democracy itself will be weakened. I'm proud that within the reach and within the ambit of what we are able to do in the last 3.5 years, we have found a way of strengthening democracy, and you will recall that within the context of 2 years, we were able to alter the Constitution, and some of these parts have been assented to by Mr. President. And in fact, one of the most important parts is the Not Too Young to Run bill. And so finally, the National Assembly of Nigeria, particularly the 8th Assembly, is in full support of the candidacy of President Muhammadu Buhari, and we are going to work assiduously to make sure that the 14 million votes that have just been declared as the result of the primary is doubled come February 2018. Thank you very much. I greet all our party members. Safe journey back home. Thank you.
Now the turn of the leader of the 8th Senate, Senator Ahmad Lawan.
Your Excellency, Mr. President, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, Your Excellency, our Vice President, Vice President Yomi Oshibajo, GCON, Your Excellencies, very distinguished leaders of our party, led very well by Governor Adams Aliyu Oshimole, very distinguished National Assembly leaders, our progressive governors, the national leader of our party, Asuaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, the former chairman of our party, very distinguished elders, leaders, and delegates present. I bring from the Senate of the National Assembly of the Federal Republic of Nigeria greetings and good wishes. Mr. President, the Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria wants to assure you that we remain in our caucus, the APC caucus, determined, focused, resolved to work with you. On the 15th of July this year, when we had the unceremonial closure of the Senate and indeed the National Assembly, we had cases of defections that defined the relationships in the Senate. For the first time then, we had the most cohesive, the most united, the most focused APC caucus of the 8th Senate. We never had that before. We remain committed to you, the programs of this administration. We remain loyal to our party, and we shall continue to support every part of any program or all our programs for this administration between now up to the end of this tenure, and of course from 2019 to 2023. Mr. President, let me thank you also for supporting senators who have remained committed, who have remained loyal to this party. I want to also take this opportunity to thank the chairman of this party and other leaders of this party for supporting us at the most difficult time in the history of our primaries. And I want to add that it is not yet Uhuru for some of us. We believe that between this night and tomorrow, there will be some issues that will be resolved in favor of some of our colleagues. Mr. President, I want to also add here that the number of senators in the Senate remain the largest part of the Senate. We remain the majority. I want to call the attention of everyone here that democracy, as defined by Plato, remains the government of the majority, where the minority will always have their say. But those who can recall, there was a situation in Nigeria when 9 was greater than 16. I think we have come to that point again. 9 was greater than 16 some 4 years ago. Now we have our chambers dominated and occupied by opposition, by minority leaders. Today, they simply remain minority leaders occupying our positions illegally. Those who refuse, those who refuse and fail to follow the path of honor, the path of integrity by exiting, will definitely not stop us from sending them out with ignominy. Mr. President, very distinguished delegates, I want to conclude by assuring everyone here that 2019, by the grace of God, is going to be a walkover for Mr. President. 2019, by the grace of God, will see APC having more than 24 states like we had before. We should estimate nothing less than 30. We want to have a National Assembly where a minimum of 75% will be senators of the APC, and in the House, 75% majority. We want to have a National Assembly that can at all times work with Mr. President, day and night, deliver to Nigerians what we have lost over the years. We have to work for 6 years in the next 4 years because the leadership of the National Assembly, unfortunately now clear before us, all of them PDP, have shown that they are not prepared to work with this administration. We intend to work with this administration from now on, whether it requires taking the most difficult decisions of making uncomfortable decisions of getting things done, we'll have to do them. Mr. President, Tuesday, we will be going back to the National Assembly when our recess will finish. We intend to force, if we cannot convince, that we pass those budgets for INEC and the security agencies for the 2019 elections. We intend to force, if we cannot convince them to do it peacefully, to pass the foreign borrowing plans. These are essentials for this administration. The Nigerians voted for APC. Some people have taken our mandates and run away with them. We intend to fight, we intend to defend, we intend to promote the interests of this party at all costs. Thank you very much. APC! 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 Nigeria! 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 Alhamdulillah.
That was a very reassuring speech from the Senate leader of the 8th Senate of the Federal Republic. As we speak, history is being made. As we speak, we are recording history. As we speak, we are noting history. And that is why it is important to correct whatever factual errors we have made in the course of this special convention. It is important to announce and take for all delegates to take note that the APC's very first national convention was held here in Abuja and chaired by the then governor of Sokoto State, Aliyu Magatakadda.